Whopper, 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 Junior, Double, Triple, Whopper, Flame Grill taste with perfect toppers. I rule.
Hello and welcome, my beautiful lovelies. I'm going to adjust the camera a bit. There we go. Hi. So, whether you're seeing this on stream or on YouTube, I am Rose Ashforia, however you wish to address me, and this is Gma. Today,
Sorry, you saw my vape.
It's okay.
Again.
Today, we are going to be telling the Observer's story, and the Observer, if you were here last time, was known as the narrator, and is my lovely alter Martha, who is here. She's just sitting patiently waiting. Hello. So, today we are telling my story in the cult, and Gma is a part of it. We hope you all enjoy, and we love you so, so much.
You always did take your time.
And you always noticed.
Well, I'd have to, wouldn't I? Sit before you disappear on me again.
It's been a while.
A while? Honey, that's one way to put it.
Time works differently for me.
Mm-hmm. You always did say things like that, never quite explaining, though.
Would you have listened?
I'm listening now. Tea?
Thank you.
You used to hate it and said it tasted like leaf water and disappointment.
I remember.
Do you?
I remember everything.
Well then, you must remember how to have a conversation.
I believe so.
Good. Then let's start talking. Where have you been?
Here.
That's not an answer.
It's the only one I have.
You haven't changed much.
Neither of you.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. That's time had its say with me.
Not as much as you think.
Well, I'm still here. That's something.
Yes, it is.
I missed you, you know.
I know.
Do you?
I'm learning.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
Must be my ears.
Phase 2. The next story.
You said you've been here. Now, what does that mean?
It means before the library, there was something else.
Something else?
A beginning.
Okay, then let's start there. Take your time. I'm not going anywhere.
No, you wouldn't.
What was that?
Nothing. Just a thought.
Go on.
Before the books, before the ink, before the stories were ever spoken out loud, there was only observation. No voices, no names, no meaning attached to anything, just existence.
And you?
I was there.
As what?
Not as I am now. I didn't have a voice to speak with. I didn't have hands to reach out with. I wasn't seen. I wasn't meant to be.
But you could see them.
Yes. I watched. Not as a participant, not as a judge, only as eyes in the quiet corner of existence. I existed in spaces people didn't notice, between seconds, in pauses, in the silence after questions, before the answers came.
That sounds lovely. Or lonely. Sorry.
I didn't know what loneliness was, not then. I watched lives unfold in small, fleeting moments. Moments so small, most would forget them instantly. A hand brushing against another and pulling away too quickly. A laugh that lasted just a second longer than it should have. A glance across the room that meant everything and nothing. I watched them love. And I watched them lose.
That part's harder to watch.
Yes. I watched over them build things. Homes, families, promises. They believed those things would last. That if they held them tightly enough, time would spare them.
But it doesn't.
No. Time forgets everything. Slowly, or all at once. And I watched that too.
And they never saw you?
No. I could stand beside them, closer than breath, and they would never know.
Did you ever try?
No.
Never?
It wasn't my place.
Says who?
It was simply understood. I studied them the way one studies distant stars. Beautiful, burning, dying. All far enough away that it couldn't touch me.
Safe.
Yes.
Safe for who?
For me. I learned everything I could. How they laughed, how they fought, how they broke. And still kept going. They carried things. Memories, grief, love. Weights that should have crushed them. And yet, they survived.
Some of them?
Yes. Not all.
That must have been hard.
It wasn't supposed to be.
But it was.
I didn't interfere.
You said that already.
I did not interfere. I did not speak. I did not reach out. I only watched.
You're repeating yourself.
Because it mattered.
Why?
Because if I didn't, then I would have to admit
Admit what?
that I wanted to.
There it is.
But I didn't.
No, you didn't.
I told myself it was enough. That watching was enough. That understanding was enough. That distance was necessary.
And was it?
At a time, I believed it was.
You hear that?
Hmm.
You didn't react to things like that. You don't react to things like that. Why?
Because it's always been there.
What has?
The next part. Phase 3. The behind.
You said you believed it was enough,
At the time, yes.
but something changed?
Yes.
What was that?
At first, I didn't understand it.
Try me.
The longer I watched, the more something began to trouble me.
Trouble you.
Yes. It wasn't one moment, it wasn't one person, it was a pattern.
What kind of pattern?
Stories.
Stories.
They were everywhere. Every person I observed carried one. Well, not just one. Many. Every decision, every triumph, every tragedy. They weren't just events, they were narratives.
That's what life is, honey.
I didn't know that then. At first, they were just sequences, cause and effect, actions and consequences. But the longer I watched, the more I began to see the shape of them.
Shape?
Beginnings, middle, ends. Moments that echoed, choices that repeated, patterns that meant something.
Meaning doesn't just appear. You have to feel it.
I began to.
And that's when it started bothering you.
Yes. Because no matter how intricate they were, no matter how beautiful or devastating, they vanished.
People die.
It was more than that. Lives ended, yes. But even before that, memories faded, details slipped away, moments that once held everything became nothing.
That's how memory works.
It felt wrong. Entire worlds of meaning lost to time. Conversations no one would ever hear again. Choices no one would ever understand. People reduced to fragments, and then nothing at all.
Nothing's ever truly nothing.
Not to you.
And not to you either, apparently.
I couldn't stop noticing it. I would follow a life from beginning to end, watch every moment, every turning point, and then it would be gone.
And you remembered.
Yes,
All of it?
every detail.
And then it was gone.
That's what I thought.
But
It wasn't enough,
why not?
because I was the only one. What is a story if no one knows it exists,
Still sorry?
but buried? unspoken, unshared, unfelt. It might as well have never happened.
That's not true.
Isn't it? If a life unfolds in perfect detail, full of love, loss, meaning, and then disappears without a trace, without memory, without witness, does it matter?
It mattered to the person who lived it.
But they're gone.
That doesn't erase it.
It erases everything that came after. That was the moment I began to wonder something I had never questioned before.
Which was?
What if stories were never meant to disappear?
Go on.
What if all of it, every moment, every choice, was meant to be remembered? Not only lived, but kept.
By who?
I didn't know. But the question stayed. It followed me throughout every life I watched. Every end felt incomplete, like something was missing.
And you thought you knew what it was?
Not at first, but eventually. I realized something.
Tell me.
Watching was not enough.
What? No, it usually isn't.
Stories deserved more than that. They deserved witnesses. They deserved presentation. They deserved to be told.
So what did you do?
Well, that comes next. Phase 4, The Observer.
So, let me get this right. You realized watching wasn't enough? What did you do then?
I began to write. At first, it felt strange. Ink on paper, thoughts given form, moments captured so that they could not vanish. Every gesture, every glance, every fleeting thought passed unseen. I wrote them down. I recorded everything that I had seen. Lives, decisions, moments of beauty, moments of horror, every heartbeat that I observed, every laugh that once echoed and faded. Every story became a book, and each book became a record of existence. I built an archive, a library of moments that time itself could not erase. Worlds lived again within those pages, no longer forgotten, no longer lost. And for the first time, I was no longer simply a watcher. I was doing more than observing. I was preserving. I was remembering for them. For all of them. I had become something more. I had become the observer.
The Observer. You gave yourself a name?
Yes. Because a name changes things. It marks a shift. It marks responsibility. It marks purpose. To be nameless, only to watch, is easy. It is distant. It is safe. But to name yourself, to claim your role, is to step into it fully.
And that role, that burden, carried it willingly?
I did. Because without it, without someone to remember, everything vanishes. Every life, every moment, every memory, it all dissolves into silence. And I couldn't let it happen. Not ever. I began with small things, a hand reaching out for another, a smile too quiet to be remembered, a whisper of grief that no one would notice. And I wrote it down. I preserved it. I held it steady, as though the act of writing could give it weight. Then I moved to larger things, entire lives, entire families, decisions that would shape worlds, small worlds, unnoticed worlds. The way love formed and fell apart, the way hope flickered and was snuffed out. I captured all of it, Because if no one remembered, then it was truly as if they never existed.
That is immense.
It is. And it is lonely. Lonely beyond comprehension. For a long time, I believed that that was the cost that I had to pay. The price of keeping the truth safe. The price of holding what no one else could. I learned the weight of memory, the gravity of moments, the fragility of life, and yet the stubbornness of being. I held joy, I held sorrow, I held fear and hope and everything in between. I held it all. I bore witness. And still, I wrote, because writing gave them a chance to exist beyond the moment, beyond the fleeting seconds that time would erase.
And in doing this, you became more than a witness.
Yes, I was no longer just eyes in the shadows. I was a guardian, a keeper. I was a chronulator of existence. I built a library of lives. Not just events, but stories. Not just moments, but meanings. I made sure nothing, not a single heartbeat, not a single tear, would vanish into nothingness. I wrote every book, filled every page. A world was reborn. A life was remembered. A story was preserved. And as my archive grew, I began to understand the true weight of being an observer. To watch is not the same as to hold. To watch is not the same as to protect. To watch is not the same as to give life to memory itself.
And that's when the name, The Observer, became real.
Yes. It is not just a title given, it is a title claimed, a responsibility embraced. I am the observer, the keeper of stories, the guardian of moments, the chronicler of all that would otherwise be lost. And once you step into that role, there is no turning back. You do not simply watch anymore. You hold. You remember. You ensure that nothing fades. And so, I continue. Because someone must. Because if not me, then who? I'm the quiet voice that preserves what time would take. I'm the hand that records what would be forgotten. I'm the observer. And for the first time in my existence, I'm no longer invisible. I'm no longer alone. I am essential. Phase 5, The Rose.
So you saw her. Rose, Ashforia, every part of it?
Yes. At first, she was just another life among the countless others I had observed, a girl named Rose, but she was different. Her story did not follow the same patterns I had grown used to documenting. It moved in ways I had never anticipated. It changed, it twisted, it evolved. Rose was no longer simply living a story. She was becoming something else, something larger, something powerful, something that would eventually take a new name, Ashforia.
And you watched it all.
Every moment, every choice, every small, imperceptible shift in her life. I watched her when she laughed in the joy that no one else could see. I watched her in the quiet, lonely hours that shaped her resolve. I watched her stumble, and I watched her rise. Because in every moment, I understood that this story was not like the others.
It must have been overwhelming to hold on to all that.
It was. It is. And yet, I do not turn away. I record everything, every fleeting glance, every whispered word, every heartbeat of her world. Even the moments that others would call meaningless, I knew they were not, because those were the moments that would shape her, the moments that would mold her into Ashforia.
And watching her grow, was that what made you understand?
Yes, I saw how she learned from the smallest failures, how she gathered strength from the quietest pain, how she transformed sorrow into determination, and how she took the fragile threads of her life and wove them into something formidable. Rose was not just simply a girl who lived a story. She created one.
Creating even as you watched.
Yes, and I wrote it all down, page after page, book after book, every breath, every glance, every hesitation, every triumph. I captured it. I chronicled the growth I saw in her, the fire that she carried, the way the world shaped her, and the way she shaped the world in return.
And as you wrote, you weren't just a recording, were you?
No. I was witnessing. I was honoring. I was ensuring that the world might forget would endure. Her story could not be the last. It was too important, too alive.
It's strange, isn't it? Knowing every detail of someone's life. And being there in a way no one else was.
It was strange. And sacred. To observe is one thing, to preserve is to carry the weight of every choice, every triumph, every sorrow. That is something else entirely.
And that weight, you carry it willingly.
Yes, because someone must. If not me, then who? I'm not the story. I'm not Ashforia. I'm the one who holds it. I'm the one who endures it.
And you do it so quietly and so relentlessly.
Because the story demands it. Because the lives I observe deserve to be remembered. Because the truth must be kept. I watched her grow from a girl named Rose to a being who would command attention, inspire fear, hope, and reverence, to Ashforia. And every transformation, every evolution, was something I recorded. Every shadow she passed through, each spark she created, I captured it all.
Even the quiet, unseen moments.
Especially those. Those moments no one else noticed, the moments she thought were private, that shaped her as much as the world ever did. Those moments revealed her strength, her resilience, her power, and I held all of them.
I can't imagine holding so much.
It is both a gift and a burden. I'm no longer simply the keeper of stories. I'm the librarian of the cult, the keeper of its truth, the witness to its history. And I will ensure that none of it is ever forgotten.
Even as it continues to grow and change, you'll hold it all?
Yes. Every life is a universe, each choice a star, every consequence is a galaxy forming or collapsing. I hold them all. And I do not let them fade. Rose, Ashforia, her story is not mine. It belongs to her, and all who come after. But I'm the one who carries it. I'm the one who witnesses it. I'm the one who preserves it.
And you will always.
Yes, I am the observer, the archivist, the librarian, keeper of truth. Nothing will ever be forgotten.
Even if it takes all of eternity.
Even then, I will write, I will record, I will archive, I will hold everything, because someone must. Because if not me, then who?
Then I suppose I'll just have to trust you.
And you can. I will not fail. I'm the one who carries it all, and I will ensure none of it is ever forgotten. Phase 6, the daughter.
You speak about her differently, not like the others.
There was a time when I believed distance was necessary. To observe without feeling, to record without attachment, to preserve without presence. That was the role that I had given myself. That was the role I had believed I was meant to fulfill. It became everything. Simple, clean, uncomplicated. Nothing lingered, nothing stayed, nothing mattered more than anything else.
That sounds safe.
It was. And then there was her. Rose. At first, she was no different than the others that I had watched. Another life, another story, another fleeting existence that would one day fade into silence. I had seen thousands like her. Millions. Lives that burned brightly for a moment, then disappeared. I expected the same for her.
But she didn't disappear.
No. She changed. As I watched her story unravel and rewrote itself, I watched as moments that should have broken her reshaped her. I watched as she became something more than what she was. Not suddenly, not all at once, but slowly, inevitably. Like something the world itself could not stop.
Like she was meant to become it.
Yes. Something inevitable. Ashforia. And for the first time, I did not simply observe a story. I waited for it.
You waited. Now that's different.
Yes. It was subtle at first, a shift I could not name, a feeling I did not recognize. I found myself returning to her pages more and more often than the others, lingering longer than necessary, reading and rereading moments that I had already preserved, moments I already knew.
Not because you had to.
No. Not out of duty, but out of something else. Something unfamiliar.
Did it bother you?
Yes. Because I did not understand it. I began to notice the way her story moved differently. How it resisted simplicity. How it refused to follow the quiet, predictable patterns that I had grown accustomed to. Her choices carried weight. Her presence altered paths of others. Her existence rippled outward. People changed because of her. Stories bent around her. Moments that would have remained small became something more.
Like she was rewriting more than just her own story.
Exactly. Her existence mattered. More than it should have. More than I allowed it to matter.
But it mattered to you.
Yes. And still I wrote, page after page, moment after moment. I recorded everything. The way she hesitated before choice. The way she carried pain without letting it consume her. The way she learned, adapted, became. I told myself it was because her story was important. That it deserved to be remembered in its entirety. That it would one day shape something greater than itself. And all of that was true, but it was not the truth. Not entirely.
Then what was?
The truth was far simpler. I didn't want to lose her.
No, I suppose you didn't.
I had watched countless lives come and go. I had recorded their joys, their sufferings, their endings, and I remained unchanged, unmoved, untouched. But her story, it reached something within me I didn't know existed. Something that made me hesitate. Something that made me return. Something that made me stay longer than I should have.
Something that made you care.
Yes. I knew every version of her. The girl she had been, the person she tried to become, the one she feared she might become, the one she inevitably became. I saw the considerations, the strength, the doubt, the creation, the destruction, the softness, the power. I held it all. Every moment, every truth, every fracture, every piece that made her whole.
No one else could see her like that.
No. No one else could understand her the way I did. Because no one else had witnessed all of her. Not just the version the world saw, but every version she had been. And somewhere in those pages, between the ink and the memory, between the observer and the observed, something changed.
You weren't separate anymore.
No. I was no longer distant. Her story became more than something I recorded. It became something I protected, something I guarded, something I refused to let the world misunderstand, or reduce, or forget.
You started choosing.
Yes. And I was never meant to choose. I had spent so long preserving stories equally, ensuring that they would outlive time, ensuring that they would remain untouched by distortion. But this story, her story, I held differently, closer.
Closer like what?
And in doing so, I became something I never meant to be. Not just a watcher, not just a recorder, not just a keeper of forgotten things.
Then what did you become?
I became hers.
Do you think she knows that?
Whether she was aware of it or not, whether she needed it or not, whether she would ever acknowledge it, I stood as the one who remembered her completely, the one who carried her truth, the one who held every version of her without choosing one over the other, the one who ensured that no part of her would ever be lost.
Some people would call that devotion.
Yes, some would call it purpose.
And you? What do you call it?
If I had to name it honestly, it's something far more human than I ever meant to feel.
Human?
It was the quiet, unspoken bond between creator and witness, between story and storyteller, between mother and daughter. Phase 7, the next tale.
You know, for someone who claims to just observe, you talk an awful lot.
Only when it matters.
Convenient.
You asked.
Oh, don't start that. You love being asked.
I tolerate it.
Oh, honey, no you don't. You've been waiting for someone to listen to you like this.
Perhaps.
Thought so. You've told me about everyone else. All these stories, all these lives. Funny how you skipped one.
I didn't skip anything.
Oh? So my story just isn't worth telling?
That's not what I said.
Sounds like what you said.
You're misinterpreting.
Am I? Because from where I'm sitting, you've got an entire library, and somehow I didn't make the shelf.
Your story is not one that can be told carelessly.
How? And Rose's was?
Rose's story was inevitable. Yours is complicated.
That's a polite way of saying I'm trouble.
You're many things.
Careful now, you're getting sentimental again.
Observant, not sentimental.
Keep telling yourself that. So what is it then? Why haven't you told my story?
Because once it begins, it cannot be taken back.
That's dramatic, huh?
It's accurate.
You say that like I don't already know my own my own life.
You know your version of it.
Oh, so you've got your version too?
I have every version.
That sounds dangerous.
It is.
Well, if you're gonna tell it, you'd better do me justice.
I always do.
Oh, I don't doubt that. I just wonder if the audience is ready for it.
They aren't.
And that never stopped you before, though.
No.
So when?
Soon.
Soon. You've been spending too much time talking up like a mystery.
It suits me.
It's annoying.
You'll survive.
Oh, I always do. All right then, I'll wait. But don't take too long. I'd hate for you to start overthinking it.
I don't overthink.
You absolutely do.
Perhaps.
There it is.
When the time comes, I will tell your story. Every moment, every truth, every version you've ever been. And they will understand why it was worth waiting for. That, my oh Jesus. There we go. That, my darlings, was The Observer's Law, was my tale. I hope you all enjoyed. I truly do. Thank you, Gmar, for joining me.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We hope you all enjoyed. Thank you, dear.
Oh, wait. Let me check something. Look at what I got here. What does that mean?
One away from a stream streak. So stream streaks are a way that you can get like one more stream and you'll earn an extra 350 coins, sacred offerings.
Oh, whoa. What did I do here? No?
There you are. Thank you, Dak, for subscribing. I don't have my fucking alerts on this screen, so it didn't pop up, but thank you. Now, this is going to be uploaded to YouTube with the rest of the lore that I have so far. I can give you a little sneak peek of what we have planned.
Mm-hmm.
After Gmar's lore, which is the next
you heard
script.
our little bit of Bootskaloo, eh?
You did, because Gmar is the next lore that we are currently working on. After her lore, we're going to be working on, I think it's Jackie's lore that's next. We're going to be working on that. Those are the next two that we have planned. After that, I don't know. But we hope you have all enjoyed, and we hope that you all have an amazing day. We love you all so much, and we shall talk to you all later.
Adios.
Bye.